affordable. Go ahead, Tam.
Yeah, a couple of basic geography questions you may not be able to answer, but is the library a room adjacent to the garage?
Again, I don't have any of this information that I can provide. This is under review. I would refer.
Is the president's Corvette stored in the garage where the documents were found, just for pure fact purposes?
Well, I will basically repeat what the president said. His Corvette is in the garage. I'm not going to go beyond what the president said.
And on the transparency issue, would you admit that earlier this week the White House shared incomplete information? I think that when we all heard Merrick Garland say that these documents at the residence were found on December 20th, that they were notified, that was pretty surprising to all of us based on the statements that you and the president and the counsel's office had made.
Last night, right, they completed the search with documents being found last night.
But just one document was found last night.
The search was continuing. It was ongoing.
So we should assume that it has been completed?
You should assume that it's been completed, yes.
Sorry, could you just clarify a little bit more about when you say that we inform the archives immediately, the Department of Justice immediately, since this happens in various points in time, what exactly was said at which juncture? Because it seems to be there's some conflict there and some...
Look, again, I will refer you to the Department of Justice. What I can tell you is that his lawyers reached out to the archivist to...
Is the president willing to be interviewed by federal investigators about his handling of classified documents?
So first, let me just say, I'm just not going to get into hypotheticals. This is something for the Department of...
Not a hypothetical question. There's an investigation ongoing. Will the president speak to investigate?
It's in ongoing review. The president has said he takes classified documents and information very seriously. This is something, as you all know, that he will not shy away from saying, and has continued to say this week. They immediately reached out to the archives, to the Department of Justice, and did the right thing by...
The White House make of comparisons between President Biden's handling of documents and former President Trump's handling.
I'm not going to get into politics from here. What I can say is what I've laid out, which is the president takes this very seriously. He does. He said this twice. And
you have said repeatedly, the president has said he takes classified documents very seriously. If that's the case, why were these classified documents being stored in his garage?
Look, again, and not just me, he has said this. You have heard the president say this twice already, and he's said this before, classified documents and information. He takes that very seriously. And you see,
the garage is an appropriate place to store classified material.
I'm not going to go into what he thinks or how he feels about what is currently happening. What I can say...
Outstanding clarification before I get to questions. Sauber said there were documents in the garage and one document in an adjacent room. Merrick Garland said the DOJ was informed of one additional document this morning. Is that the same document, an additional document, and the document found in the adjacent room?
So let me just say, during the review, and this is so that folks know, the lawyers discovered among personal and political papers a small number of additional Obama-Biden administration records with classified markings. All but one of these documents were found in storage space in the president's Wilmington residence garage. One document consisting of one page was discovered among stored materials in an adjacent room. No documents were found in the Rehoboth Beach house. Look, I just want to underscore that this is something, again, that the president takes very seriously.
You said that the search has been completed, but is the president confident that there are no additional documents with classified markings that remain in any other additional locations?
Look, I can just refer you to what his team said. The search is complete. He is confident in this process, and I will leave it there. And
A set of documents that says the lawyers have completed the ongoing review by the president's legal team last night. Does that mean there are no other locations where documents could be stored? There's no other search underway at this moment in time for documents from the vice president's time?
so as I'm just going to, again, that statement pretty much lays it out, that they have...
So we should assume that it has been completed?
You should assume that it's been completed, yes.
In the last 6 months, the FBI has had to visit the home, private home, of a current and a former president to collect classified material. Does the federal government have a records retention problem that needs to be addressed?
Look, I'm not going to get into the politics of this or the specifics of this. All I can say is the president has been very clear on this. He takes this very seriously.